Alright, and welcome to Attrition's first round, actually, for the 2020 Season 4 here. It's being held at Legacy Daytona. It's a 101-mile race, so it's about 29 laps. In sim time, it's 7:15 in the morning, so track should be pretty cold and should be pretty sticky, actually. Most wins and most poles both go to Mr. Kotz. He's got 4 wins there and 2 poles. Fastest race laps for the VW is a 2:10.6 by Mr. Eben, and then fastest race lap for the Mazda is Caleb Selner in for a 2:11.5. And yeah, this is the season. We've got a full season laid out. We'll be racing about every week. It follows the same schedules between the PCC Challenge, the Spec Miata Challenge, the official series on iRacing. And the preview for this week is actually today we've got Daytona, and then tomorrow Sports Car Series will be at Interlagos, and that'll be broadcasted on Trackside Racing Network. And then on Wednesday we will be at Weed Sport for our Dirt Series for the first ever race of that series, actually. So that'll be interesting. And the drivers are already out there. They're out and qualifying. Let's see who is probably the farthest out. We're gonna hop on board here with Ronnie. It's looking like we've got, let's see here, 12 drivers in the Miata, and then 8, I believe, for the VW. So it's pretty decent sized field here. So far, no one has set a time yet, so we're just waiting for those times to come in. As you can see, I've color-coded your classes here, so the Mazdas are orange. They're little orange dots, and then whenever people start putting in times, it'll show the orange tab next to their name. The VW Jettas will be black. So this is Roger Gregory, and we will hop back up to Ronnie Kotz because he will be the first one across the line here. Another interesting fact about this track is this is the old layout, so it's actually a lot bumpier than the newly repaved one, and then the bus stop at the back is a bit tighter on exits, so it'll definitely get you with X's. It'll count towards your incident limit there. We've got times rolling in. Let's see here. Chuck Wynn has actually put in the fastest Miata time so far. With a 2:09.9. It's about the fastest I've seen all week, actually. Not bad. There was an off track just a second ago. So take a look at that. That's not him. Yep. Going into the second horseshoe, just a bit too much there. Manages to keep it off the wall. Just gonna. Oh, he's gonna do a little jump there. It's kind of tricky to keep it off the wall once you get on the grass, but he manages. Alright, we're back on board with Ronnie. The VW Jetta is actually just made free to everybody this past week, I think. iRacing officially made it free to everybody that already had a iRacing subscription, so it seems to be a pretty balanced deal. It's a bit light on the VW side, but overall we've got over 20 cars out there right now. And Ronnie puts in a 2:10.7. It's good enough for P2 in the Miatas. Let's ooh, he's getting bouncy. That's the interesting thing about the Jettas is you can't change much of their setup. Really, all you can change is fuel. That's about it. And yeah, they can get pretty bouncy. So we're riding along here with Brian Shabelsky. He's actually gonna enter the bus stop here. Just see it oscillate across the track like that. It's pretty normal. Last season it was really bouncy. So again, this series is the Rookie Road Series. Every race is 101 miles. Every Monday night. The session opens at 7 and I start broadcasting a little after 7. So this will be turn 1. The VW has front wheel drive, so you won't get the back end around very easily. You can, but you won't. It'll stick to corners like nothing. There's also sequential shift. So the Miata you gotta use the clutch. So we're just gonna ride on board here. We've got a lap with Brian, and then we'll hop into another Miata. As more times are coming in, seems pretty mixed up around the top there between Miata and VW. There's that bouncing again. So you can't really tell a lot of the bouncing from this view, because it kind of dampens it out a little bit with the suspension. But if you're in the car and you're holding the wheel and all that, you can definitely feel it. Let's see here. Who is the closest Miata to the line? That would be TJ Cooper. As we ride alongside him in his people eater machine. It's a bit louder. Doesn't have a roof, and he touches the wall. Oh no. Where is he going? That's not a lap. That's where the lap comes back. Let's see here. Who's where? We're gonna hop back on with Ronnie. See, he's going through the bus stop there. There's a lot more wheel movement for the Miata. Just keep the back end at bay. We've had a few few off tracks recently. Let's go back and look at those. Mr. Roger Gregory getting a little bit feisty there in the last horseshoe. Ooh, he just got stuck in the wall. That's not good. Oof. Let's go back on board with Ronnie. There's a VW coming out of the pits. Looks like Jason Cage coming out of there. These cars do have a set fuel limit. I don't remember the exact kind, so they will have to take pit stops. I believe it's going to be 2 or 3. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that. There's been a lot more off tracks. I'm not sure if that is just short little touches the grass or full on just sliding through everything. I take it Ronnie here is actually aboard of this lap. Ooh, we've got a new fastest time up there from Mr. Clifford. That's his first name, I didn't know that. He's actually in a Miata. Wow. So they've got about 7 minutes left on the clock here to sit down a time. It's about a third of a second quicker than second place Miata there. So these guys definitely find time. He's actually got a Jetta right behind him. See the Miata doesn't bounce as much, it's not as stiff. The Jetta's just kind of like a big roly-poly. We actually have a few people that haven't qualified yet. Ben Shout, I know, probably miss out tonight. Odyssey Adams Jr., he was just here. I don't know where he is. Rui Coimbra, somewhere. He's out there. He's probably just picking up an axe or two. And then Jake Johansson, I don't know if he left or not. So you have four drivers that haven't set a time yet. So far we have 16 drivers that have a time. And I can't remember the difference between the Miata and the Jetta on top speed, but I'm pretty sure that Jetta's just a bit faster. Probably has a little bit better brakes too. Michael Bolton has just got off the track. Let's get a look at that. That's not Michael Bolton. There he is. Oh, yeah, that's the same. Exiting the second horseshoe. He actually beat up the front end of that. It seems like a Peugeot inspired livery there. It's got the white and the rainbow colors, kind of. I know it's not, but it looks like it. Jason Cage has also gone off the track. It's probably just a short little whoops. Nope, that's just straight off into the wall. This entrance to the bus stop there. Back live with Michael Bolden. He's hitting about 208, 210, 212 kilometers an hour. I need to switch that because I can't convert that very quickly. Let's go to Roger here. Let's just see the difference. They're about the same actually. Yeah, same top speed. The Jettas are a bit more full send it. That's what you like to do. Oh, there's Odyssey Adams. Let's just sit down the second quickest lap time there. So they have about 2.5 minutes left. So it's about another lap or two. I'm not remembering if it's a hard cutoff in qualifying or if it's got some overlay time into it or not. So far we haven't seen any big accidents yet, but turn one of the race when everyone's starting off, might get a little crazy. Honestly, goes really wide out there. It's a bit too wide. He just kind of scrubbed off too much speed there. And who is that following him? Oh, it's Rui. Found him. So yes, we only have 2 drivers that have yet to set a time, and one of them's actually out on track. It's your last season championship winner right there, Jake Johansson. He won almost every single race. I think there are probably 1 or 2 that he didn't win. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye out on him as the race goes by. He's got about a minute to finish this lap though. He probably won't be able to get in a whole clean lap, I'm not sure. So we've got a decent spread on nationality. Got a few people over in the UK and Ireland region over there. Got a decent amount of Americans. We've got some people from Argentina actually. It's a good thing when your league can actually spread as far as that. And there's actually an Australian that just hopped in here. He will not be able to get a time in. But yeah, we'll actually just keep an eye on everybody. See, Jake will not be able to set a time. Nope, never mind, he did. It was a 2:10, so that's one and only lap of qualifying. Gave him P3 in class, so that's not too bad there. Alrighty. So that is qualifying coming to a close. As Ricardo Guzman is coming to the line, followed by Mr. Roger Gregory over there. And then last but not least, it'll be Odyssey Adams Jr. and Rui Coimbra. Coimbra. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I do apologize. So Rui actually advances on his time, and Adams does not. Meanwhile, they're taking cones of souvenirs. There's still a few people out on track. TJ Cooper is still out there. It's currently 14th overall. It's got a nice new livery on there. I think I've got to help him with some carbon fiber on another car. We'll get to that. He is following somebody. Who is he following? Oh, that's Ronnie actually. Here he goes. Ronnie lets him on through. I don't see an advance in time there. Pretty sure there was an off track. Also, during these races, you do get a bonus point for every off track you don't use. So the max bonus points you can get is 14x or 14 points. So if you get an X, you get 13. If you get 2x, you get 12 extra points. So it's definitely an incentive to keep going and be clean. Pretty sure it's about it for qualifying. No one else is on track at the moment. Just gonna wait for it to register. We're gonna look around the track here. Alrighty, this is a race session now. Here's your grid. We've got Clifford Edmond on pole and Odyssey Adams Jr. in second, starting alongside him. Joaquin Pasty will be definitely saying that wrong. Joaquin Pasty will be starting in third. Ronnie Cott's fourth. Rui Coimbra in fifth. Caleb Seldner with the pole for the VW will be starting in sixth. Brian Shabelski in seventh. Eighth will be Jake Johansson. Ninth will be Benjamin Morton. Gareth Brocklesby will be in 10th. Roger Gregory will be in 11th. Michael Bolden in 12th. Jason Cage will be in 13th. TJ Cooper will be in 14th. Johnny Bell in 15th. Ricardo Guzman in 16th. 17th is Russell Peterson. Steve Bunting in 18th. Sean P. Ricketts in 19th, and rounding out your field will be Ben Shout and Caleb Hides. So that's actually a pretty decent size there. Have a look there at TJ again. This is your pole sitter on the bottom side of the track. Yeah, we've actually got a decent field. Let's see here. It's a good showing. Man's just changing gears like willy-nilly. Let's see here. Let's look for Yep, there we go. So there's a strength of field. The Mazda's a 2.5 and VW's a 2.2. So that's not too bad. The lights at the top don't matter. Don't need to pay attention to that. Stupid. It's late anyways. And we've actually got the truck as our pace car, which looks huge. So everyone's just gonna follow the pace lap around here for a little bit. Let's get a look at the back of the field, which would be Sean. Let's ride alongside with him. Yeah, that's not a bad size of a field there. So we're just kind of, going through, looking from above. So yes, I think Miatas will be the better cars around here, but it is hard to pass a Jetta. They are pretty close at pace. So everybody kind of gives each other room on the outlap here. We will have once we get later on, we'll definitely look at the pitch strategy and all that, just to keep in check. Track map doesn't seem to want to work for races, and I don't know why. So yeah, there you go. They're entering the bus stop. It's actually, that's a decent sized field right there. Not bad. Everyone's got some nice liveries there. I think I forgot to mute the radio all the way. I think it's very vague. Or I'm hearing things. That could definitely be a possibility. Yep, there's radio. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. I thought I turned it all the way off. Apparently not. People are just a bit chatty today, I guess. So alright, let's see what Clifford will do here on the start. He has control of the field. He can go whenever he would like. That is green for him. Rui's actually trying to have a dive down the inside. Ooh. Everyone's getting close. Everyone's clean. It's clean. Nobody's hit anybody yet. Everyone's giving room. All the Jettas are just kind of sorting themselves out here. Everyone's kind of close. Ooh, tightly knit. There's a send there from Benjamin Morton trying to gain a spot. Seems to have stuck. He didn't overdo it, so that's actually a good thing. Caleb will fight back. And he retakes that spot. Meanwhile, Jake Johansson is lurking back there. Jaquin is actually taking the lead. Oh look, there's a little picture of him. That's cool. Clearford would like to definitely thinking about what he wants to do. As we come to the bus stop for the first time. Let's try to keep it clean, guys. Let's not hit anybody, please. Alrighty. Everybody seems to be clean. Nothing happened. So this is a 29 lap race. They do have fuel limits, so drafting will help. So it explains why Clifford's not sending it on him yet. He is thinking about it, and he's getting a look on the inside. Thought better of it. Everyone's giving each other room and space, so we'll just have to wait and see if Brian Shvelsky and Benjamin Morton are going side by side back there. This is all getting very interesting, actually. Ooh, Benjamin takes the lead of the VWs as Caleb Sellner actually sneaks up in there as well. He doesn't get a good run out of the corner though. Brian had a better exit, just more momentum. Jettas seem to be kind of finding their place as Jake Johansson actually just trying to make a move there on Caleb Sellner. I think he might have gotten it to stick, but they're still side by side. Ooh. This is a bit too close for comfort. So Jake will actually have the benefit of a draft. He might not try to pass just yet. Just kind of waiting, biding his time. As everyone kind of files in single file into the bus stop. Everyone's keeping it clean and tidy. Few people have already gotten off tracks. Never a good idea in these races. You want to keep your car, clean and tidy. As we're looking on from behind Caleb as Ronnie passes Odyssey for third. Oh, Ronnie goes into third. Past Rudy, actually. They are going too wide into turn one. This is some very exciting racing going on. I decided to not take part in this just because I'm not very good and I'll just be drifting everywhere. But everybody seems to be holding their ground, so it's actually a good thing. Fastest lap so far would be Caleb Hides, just ran a 2:11.15. And then he actually just went off track there for a bit. Let's get a look at that. Go actually to him. Oh yeah, he overtook turn one there and decided to do some rallycross. Kept off the wall. It's a good rally driver right there. Ever need a rally car for a Miata? Just Caleb. Back on here, following Ronnie. Chuck Wynn is actually still in the lead. Everyone's kind of just on his butt, just waiting for a mistake, trying to pressure him. He's being smart. He's not gonna make a mistake or cause any big issues. We've actually had a few more incidents here. Michael Bolton has actually just gone off the track. That's not Michael Bolton. There's Michael in the white and rainbow. Manages to save it, not hit anybody, but it actually sounded like someone got hit behind him. Here's a look at Steve Bunting, also doing the same thing. Russell Peterson back there also getting a little squirrely. yeah, it's just people are starting to make mistakes here. As we're back watching Steve Button here. We're gonna go back to Jaquim as Benjamin Morton has found his way up into third. He's definitely pushing that VW past its limits, or he just knows where the limits are. He seems to be quick in like any car, really. And we've had another off track from Steve Bunting here. He's just tapped the grass and manages to keep it straight. Not sure why it said he's crashed. Has he crashed? Oh, no, it's just the same incident. As we go back live with Steve, we're gonna go back to the front though. As Benjamin Morton going at it again. I mean, would you ever have expected to see a VW doing that? They aren't the prettiest cars, but he has found a way to get up front. That's not too shabby there. As Caleb Sellner is back in second for the Jettas. He's in 6th overall. We're actually going to keep an eye on this. This is getting really interesting. As I said before, these cars are actually all pretty well balanced performance-wise. The Jettas are usually better at smaller tracks because they've got better grip, better just cornering abilities there. I feel like Benjamin's probably just sending it a bit faster in a few of these corners, which is allowing him to get such a great exit. So far he has the second best time for VW so far. So, but he's actually built himself a pretty sizable gap there, actually. Everyone's still pretty much single file. Just gonna wait and see what these pit stops do. Pretty sure some of the Jetta drivers do take tires. I know the Miatas will take tires anyways because tires and fuel going at the same time, so no time wasted getting the tires. We are gonna look back at the very back. Odyssey Adams Jr. has lost five spots in this race so far, and I feel like he's probably just trying to keep it safe as he's kind of thinking about passing Caleb Sellner there in the Jetta. Benjamin Morton has been passed. He's gotten the lead stolen. While he's being surrounded by Miatas. Clifford getting a bit too close there for comfort, as he is anxious to get around. The VWs, oddly enough, actually have 8 gears. It just kind of seems like a lot for just a little sedan. But yeah, look at that. Clifford is getting real close. Caleb Sellner goes a little bit wide on the exit. So everyone is coming out of turn 7 clean. This has been fairly clean so far. The official races, those rehearsing on, are been just nothing but death. So if you want clean racing for rookie level cars, this is definitely your league you should join. Then we'll also help you with just basic driving techniques just to help improve your skill. Because all these guys didn't start out as pros. They've worked hard and they've practiced. As Benjamin gets a look on the inside for the lead. Joe Quinn is actually just gonna give him some space. He might fight back going into turn 1 there, but I'm not sure. The outside's not super fast, but you can get a cut back. And that's exactly what he did. Just trying to keep close. Because once you lose that draft here, you just kind of stuck. As Ricardo Guzman is actually kind of just a few seconds behind TJ Cooper, and he's got no draft, no nothing. So it's just kind of keep your head down and put in some good laps. As we go, put an eye on Rui here. He's actually been pretty quick. A few of these drivers have actually did the qualifying stuff for the PAX qualifying. It was a fixed setup hot lap thing in the Miatas around the Charlotte Roval, and that would be the new layout. So it's got a deeper chicane in there. Don't exactly remember where. Top 40 would go into the hosted race. It was like for a purse of like $10,000 or something like that. And a few of these drivers actually got close, like really close. About, I think Ronnie there was in the like 60 something place. Rui here I think was 53rd. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. It's probably here somewhere in my notes. Or not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it is. We tried. I'll make sure I have that for the next time, actually. As let's see here. There's a battle going on for second. Everyone's been pretty close. Clifford there is actually right on his butt. Oh, he was. Now he's not. Just trying to get a better exit. Just try a different line every time. Just it's like a plug and chug. Just see what works and what doesn't work. Also works for like intimidation. You have people, you know, looking in their mirror and whatnot. Says Ben Shout has gone off track, but he's not even on track. He hasn't ran any laps yet. So I'm gonna say that's a lie. as Jacqueline is actually getting pretty close to Benjamin Morton right there. He's going to think better of looking down the inside there. Might give him a good run for his money going into turn one there. Everybody still seems pretty close. First to 13th, they're still within 10 seconds of each other. First to 12th are more about 4 seconds apart, or just between each other. So they all have a pretty good draft. This is what I mean by no draft. There's just no one in front of him, so nothing to, help go a little bit faster. So there's really, he's got to be really good in the technical parts to make up any ground, but you have to have, probably a better car to do that, because you can't make up that much time, or as much time as you lose in a straight in the twisty bits here. The oval is definitely a major player in this. So everyone up there, the Jason King is actually just hanging on, seeing what happens. Nothing major has happened yet so far, so that's a good thing actually. Means I won't have to go back a whole bunch for replays of giant accidents. And that doesn't mean everyone should full send it into every turn they get. That's not safe. So the gap up ahead. Well, Benjamin in car view, just bouncing. He's still leading. He's been managing to keep Jacqueline off his butt, but I think Caleb Salinger is behind him now. Yep. The VWs have taken over. Which this is what I meant earlier by it's once you get behind a Jetta, it's really hard to pass. They're great to draft on, but they can basically just send it into a corner and wouldn't have very bad repercussions from it. As Caleb was actually taking a look at Benjamin Morton for the lead on turn one, and he has kind of made that stick, kind of not. They are still side by side as the field behind them kind of bunches up to accommodate. And Benjamin Morton will hold that spot. That's some good clean racing. They gave each other quite a bit of room. We are on lap 10 so far, so we've got 19 laps to go. This race will probably be about an hour and 5 minutes, I want to say. Shouldn't be horribly long. It's just 101 miles. The official races have only been 25-minute long races. So we are just gonna keep an eye on... Steve Button just came out of the pits. I think he's pitting early actually. Yes, people are coming in and out of the pits actually. Michael Bolden has just come out as well. this Steve Button here. I'm not sure if my trading panes is working. Usually he runs a British Racing green livery, but that might just be his livery. I don't remember him driving the Miata, so he probably doesn't have one. As more people are actually going into the pits. Look at that. Wow. Lots of pit stops here going on for people. It's actually a pretty busy pit lane. Everyone's going in, coming out. All the VWs have actually stayed out except for Brian Shabelsky. So as everyone files out, there seems to be an issue with Clifford. He is still in the pits. I am not super sure what happened to him. So we run alongside Odyssey Adams Jr. He's being hunted down by, it looks like Rui. There goes Clifford. He has left the pits. Don't know if that was a penalty or not. Because that was a really long pit stop. Everyone else is in there for 25, 24 seconds. He's in there for about a minute. Same thing, Michael Bolden in there a minute. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. As we are gonna go, Benjamin's getting a nice whiff of Caleb's butt as they actually are entering the pits. And there has been a crash, but we're gonna wait just to see where these Miatas come out, or see where the Jettas come out against the Miatas. But I'm not sure if they're. Yep. Caleb's taking tires. Benjamin, it looks like he is not taking tires. That might have been a good idea. Jake Johansson is still out. Well, he's already taken a pit stop, so. Jake Johansson has actually just taken the lead. And now, this pit stops have actually spread out the field quite a bit. This is going to be pretty interesting, actually. We are going to go back. Well, it's kind of quiet. To Caleb Hyde's crash. That's not Caleb. Here's Caleb. Going into turn 7. Just a bit too much of that grass there. And yeah, just couldn't keep it straight. Other than that, it's a pretty harmless crash. I haven't seen anybody like fling into a wall yet. I've kind of been waiting for it, but none of that yet. Let's see here. I think everybody has pitted. Jake Johansson. Actually, no. Roger Gregory has the shortest pit time, I believe. So we're gonna see. Who's closest on track? That would be Brian Shabelsky and Jason Cage. Kinda duking it out back there for P4 and P5. So while Brian has gotten some space. Jason is getting surrounded. Everyone's just going everywhere. It's 3 wide for a moment there. As Caleb likes to look at the inside and decides not to. It's good, better judgment there. Jacquin actually almost tagged a Jetta there. Everyone's giving each other room, actually. Person with the most off track so far has been Caleb Hides. That's mainly just due to the spins he's had. Other than that, no one's hit each other, and it's been relatively clean. As Jason is under attack once more from Caleb Zellner. As Caleb takes that spot, going out of the second horseshoe. And can Caleb retaliate? No, he goes really wide coming out of turn 7. Michael Bolden has come out of the pit lane again. I'm not sure what he's doing. He keeps going into the pits. Ronnie Cox is trying to get a good draft. It's kind of interesting. Caleb's definitely broken away there. Sean P has gone off track. Let's see what happened there. Yeah, just a bit wide on exit of the second horseshoe, but he manages to keep it off the wall and keep it clean. We're gonna go back up to Jake Johansson. Just seems like he's on a Sunday drive. There's no one around here. It's going relatively quick. Oh wait, this isn't live. Alright, now we're live. That's Jason. As Miatas are going everywhere. Ronnie's off track. Oh my god. Oh, Jason's just being swarmed. He's lost 5 positions in that, 6 positions. Or no, that's 5. I can't count. These Miatas are on a charge. Led by none other than Jacquin Passy, who's actually been in the lead for a bit. You can just see all the Miatas just following along. Ronnie Kotz is tucked in there. Followed by Gareth and Rui. Odyssey is all the way back there. Caleb Hides is into the pit lane, and Michael Bolden is coming to the pit lane once more. So I'm not sure why, but yeah, as Ronnie's looking, but decides to leave some space and not end it, as we are almost halfway through the race. This has actually been very interesting. Let's see here. Stints. It seems like the quicker way is to do just 10 laps. Which would actually be okay, because then you're not having to do just 6 laps at the end for your last stop. Instead, you're doing 9. That's not bad. I think Johansson has definitely got something there. Shabelsky has definitely made up some spots, taking that same pit strategy. All the Miatas are kind of on the same pit strategy there, but they've definitely seemed to have lost some ground. So I'm not sure that is what they want to do. We'll definitely keep an eye out on that as we go on through the race. As I try to hide it, there we go. It's really the only battle going on here is Ronnie, is just all these Mazdas right here. Just all tucked away. There is a battle going on there towards the back between TJ Cooper and Johnny Bell. This is actually a very interesting race here. Ooh, Johnny's got the run. Johnny's got a great exit. Can he use this to his advantage? I don't know. We will see. Ooh, yep. He actually just gives Johnny the space. But will he give him space in the bus stop? Looks like he will. That is some good, clean racing right there. Just giving each other room. Johnny Bell will take the spot. And no one's died yet. That's a good thing. Up at near the front, Ronnie is still leading the charge of Miatas. Honestly, Adams Jr. back there is kind of just tagging along. He's not looking to make any serious moves on anybody yet. He's got a line of cars in front of him that will be more than welcome to make a mistake. Don't think he would mind that. But Brian Chabelsky actually just passed Benjamin Morton as we get a real close-up look at his bumper. Oh, and Caleb Sellner is actually gonna do the same. So I'm not sure what happened to Benjamin there. It might have been a factor of tires. It doesn't tell me if they took new tires or not, but that might be a factor there. Brian Chabelsky again is actually on older tires. Just about a lap older. He's running the same pit strategy as Jake Johansson as of right now. Caleb Sellner actually seems to be just hunting him down. He's been gaining this whole time here. And Benjamin Morton seems to be falling off the back there, actually, just a little bit. But our big mover of the race, which is a few big movers, everyone's kind of, there's a few people that have moved up a lot. Jake Johansson, 6 spots. Gareth Brocklesby, also 6 spots. Rui Coimbra has also gained 7 spots, sorry. Everyone has 7. And Caleb Hydes actually gained 7 spots. That's not too bad. The field has definitely shifted from the original starting grid, as the battle for P2 still looms on. As I think Michael Bolden has crashed. Let's get a look at that. That's not Michael Bolden. Here he is coming into the bus stop. goes in, just kind of overcooks it. Does he keep it off the wall? Yes, he does. He keeps it off the wall. Oh, he might do some victory donuts there. Alright, that's not bad actually. And then there is another accident. Oh no, it's the same accident, never mind. We don't need to keep watching that. As Jake Johansson here has a 7-second lead over Brian Shavelski, who is still being followed by none other than Caleb Sellner. This has honestly become just very, very interesting, actually. Caleb's definitely got the speed. Brian's just been a little bit faster lately. And Benjamin Martin is slowly sneaking back up to the picture. I mean, would you look at that? This has definitely been some interesting racing going on. Let's look at some sector comparisons. Or actually, let's look at lap time history here. Yeah, I think Caleb's definitely got the pace to make up some ground. They've been kind of doing just the same lap times, but I think maybe Brian Shavelski is just being pretty defensive against Caleb here. He's showing how wide he can make that VW Jetta. As they are coming on to NASCAR turn 1, coming in turn 2. Map still doesn't work. It's kind of annoying. There goes Caleb on the outside. He's actually gonna get the spot before the bus stop. That's some good camaraderie right there. Letting people go so you could have a quick, just a nice clean race. As Caleb hides, something happened to him, or he's in the pits. Michael Bolden is in the pits currently. It seems a bit too early. I'm not sure he will be able to make it on this fuel tank. I would have to check. It's got 10 laps left. He is a lap down. He might be able to do it. But he might get that lap back. Caleb hides, I think, has left. Or no, he's somewhere. I don't know where he is. He's just disappeared. As Russell Peterson has gone off track here. Let's see here. It's the wrong thing. Yeah, just getting a bit squirrely coming in. They're just trying to give each other room there. It's definitely an odd environment there. As we are gonna go back up to Caleb. That's not live. This is live. That's the wrong person. There's Caleb. Some suspension. As actually Caleb seems to be pulling away from. Let's see here. From Brian Shavelski. He's been sitting behind him these past few laps. I think he's actually trying to close a gap on Jake Johansson, which he is actually doing. He has brought that gap down from 7 seconds to 6 seconds, so he's definitely a man on a mission. He's got 10 more laps to do it, but I think he's got it. Jake Johansson is into the pits. He's actually put his shorter stint in the middle. I actually wonder, where will he come out at the end of this? Because that might help, because Caleb will have a shorter stint for his last stint. So I'm not sure if that will help or not. As the order gets switched up from people going to the pit lane, this next lap will have, more people pop up. Yeah, Caleb and Brian both seem to be pulling away again from Benjamin Moore. I think it's his tires. I don't think he got tires, so he's just kind of sliding around. Which definitely would explain a few things, because his pit stop was actually really short. Everyone else's pit stop was kind of long, but what this means is Benjamin would probably take tires this next stop, and everyone else will also take tires, but then it would also, he's close enough now that he can still attack and pass. As Caleb is just bouncing like a jitterbug out there. As Jacquin is actually still leading bosses. They've been alternating, but still doing pretty good. As there's a little touch. That would be pretty noticeable there. I'm surprised there was no body damage. As Caleb's out there, everybody, coming into the pits. Let's see here. Let's see if anybody decides to take tires, as Jason Cage and Roger Gregory actually stay out, which is interesting. Did they stay out for 11 laps? Oh, that's pit stop time. Roger he's doing his 11 lap stint now. Jason is on, this is probably his in lap then. Because you don't want to make that last stop too short. Right now it'll be like 7 laps, which to me that's a bit too short. But we'll see what happens here as Caleb Sellner. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong window here. Caleb Sellner has actually put himself ahead of Jake Johansson. He just did an overcut by a lot, but I'm not sure. Let's see here. Let's look at the times. Caleb Sellner did not take tires. Same with Roger Gregory, Jason Cage, Brian Chabelsky, and Benjamin Morton. Seems odd Benjamin hasn't taken tires yet. He hasn't taken tires all race. I'm not sure if that's gonna hurt him or not, because he is a bit aggressive into the corners. So we will see. Do 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 do. Yeah, let's see here. Spelsky's on a 10-10-9 stint. Johansson's on a 10-9-10. Selner is on a 11-9-9, I think, if I can math correctly. And Sean Pickett's is actually crashed. Not sure what happened there. That's not Sean. Go Sean. Just come out of the pit lane. Pretty understandable. This wall is dangerous. Oh, then that grass is dangerous. And nothing really happened. Okay. Did something else happen? Or is that it? Was that the crash? He just got really lucky there then. Yeah, nothing serious so far actually. As we go back up, Jason Cage is still out on track. He is taking a long stint here. This will be his 10th lap. Okay. I'm not sure this will help him because Caleb seems to be gaining on him. So we will just wait and see. As he is coming into the bus stop, Caleb's there in the background. He's actually being chased down by none other than Jake Johansson, who's now right on his ass. His butt. Arse. I gotta change that logo at the top because I didn't know it transitions. So it just transitions into the same logo. So I'm gotta snag another logo so I can transition to that. But Jason Cage is now in the pits as this is now the battle for the lead. This has actually been very, very interesting. This is very, very close. Jake Johansson just biding his time, just sitting behind him. See if he will make a move here in the next 6 laps. He's got 6 laps left to make a move, but we'll see. Ricardo Guzman is also in the pits. Everyone else should be good on fuel. Caleb Hides and Michael Bolden are not out on track. I think they have just left. Yeah, it says they're out, so they probably just called it a day. Jake Johansson looking down the inside. This could get dicey. This is for the lead. And Jake Johansson takes the lead. That seemed really easy, but when you're in like the heat of the moment, that's like the most stressful thing in the world. Especially if you have a computer with like a small screen, it's still stressful. Even if you had like, 3 screens, you can see everywhere around you, it's still stressful. It's the battle for the lead as Caleb goes on the outside. He's gotta run. It might not be the biggest of runs as Jake Johansson still has the inside. They're just trading spots willy-nilly up there. Too wide in turn 1, and Jake Johansson takes back his spot. These cars jumping around like June bugs. Just jittery June bugs. Oh, there's been a touch. That was actually a loud touch. Sorry. It might just be me with my turned up headphones. Yeah, that could have ended badly. Caleb trying to look out the inside there. Brian Shabelski is still hanging on back there. Gareth Brocklesby is actually leading the Miata field right now. He is our biggest mover today. He's gained 9 spots. So he's definitely bided his time, and you can tell by the front of that thing that he's definitely been sitting behind people. He's got bright green wheels, so you can't miss him. But I think Johnny Bell and TJ Cooper are back at it again. There's Johnny Bell and there's TJ Cooper. Let's see if they'll get any closer. TJ has actually been just a little bit quicker lately, as Caleb Selner is back in the lead, kind of. They're doing this again. Take 2. Try it again. And it's a bit more slidey and bouncy. Very wide. That's not gonna end up in the grass, but it could have. That was a very, very risky move right there. That could have ended the race. Or his race. Jake Johansson would have just ran away from it. As TJ Cooper is right on Johnny's butt. There he is. Let's get a look from the back end. I'm very proud of my camera movement. And Caleb Selner is actually right up his butt. No, he's not. I'm blind. I can't read. Oh. Ricardo Guzman. It's up there somewhere. He's actually making it very hard for Johnny to run away from TJ Cooper. This is getting very interesting in the mid pack here. Johnny is still being able to fend off. Oop, there goes TJ Cooper. Nope. Thinks better of it. These cars are so dirty. Should get a car wash after this. Yes, TJ Cooper is really looking to get him. Need more speed. Might need a turbo. He's got to run. He's got a great draft coming in. Will he send it? No. Just gonna wait. There's another car on the way. It's good. Good safe decision there. As Jake Johansson is actually spreading the gap. We're increasing the gap. Don't English very well. Still jumping around. Turn 7 there. Who is he coming out? Who is he coming up to? I want to say that is Sean Ricketts. Yep, there he is. So we'll see what he does with the leader whenever the leader catches up to him. As Gareth Brocklesby is still fending off his lead here for the Miatas. As looks like Odyssey Adams Jr. is back there in third, just kind of waiting, minding his times to go into the bus stop. Different lines for everybody. Definitely interesting. Caleb Sellner has actually made up a lot of time. I'm not really sure where he found it. It's got boost mode on or something. It's got DRS in that thing. As Sean moves aside, lets him go. Everyone's kind of trying to sort themselves out here. Ugh, I'm getting tired. Whoops. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. It's probably another Miata. It looks like it's Steve Bunting up ahead. Yep. There is Steve. We're gonna go back to Gareth here. Or it's Garth. That could be a possibility. TJ Cooper has actually just gone off track. That's not TJ. Ooh, that's just a cut. Oh, he actually passed Johnny Bell. That will be a slowdown for him there. I'm actually glad that no one's really, hit the wall. But Mr. Brocklesby is still holding out up there, as Jake Johansson's got 2 more laps to fend off Caleb Sellner. Kind of curious who is gonna come out on top. This could get very, very interesting and very dicey. But I think Caleb's just a bit more ambitious into turn 1 there. Let's see here, back to about a half a second gap. Caleb seems to just be like yo-yoing off of Jake right here. Your last season's champion is defending pretty well, actually. He wants to have another championship under his belt. This is again only race 1, but always good to start early. Gotta be prepared. Um, so far, I believe he will have the white flag the next lap, if I'm not mistaken. So this could come down to the wire because Caleb has been very good on the outside here, going across the line. He's just had the draft all the way up, so he's got the momentum. I don't think he should show his cards just yet, but he probably will. Or not. He's actually just gonna sit behind him. Now you're going the wrong way. Come on, Caleb, be smart. As Steve Bunting might actually, he will be moved out of the way. He gives enough space. Steve's a nice guy. He will give you room if you're gonna pass him. Especially if you're gonna lap him, he will definitely give you room. As all Caleb needs to do really is just sit on the back end of Jake until that last turn. As Jacquin actually passes briefly for the lead here. This is the last lap for everybody. Honestly, Adams Jr. there is gonna want to get involved with it. As we go back up to the fight for the lead, actually. As they're coming into turn 7 for the final time. Caleb's just gotta stay close, stay snug up on his bumper, get a good run out of the bus stop, good draft. He should be able to pass him. It will be very, very close. But Jake is actually riding the outside there. I'm not sure why. I think he's trying to bait Caleb. He actually is baiting Caleb. And they go into the bus stop. Ooh, it's almost side by side. That's the wrong car. I want Caleb. There we go. So Caleb might have this, but he's on the apron. I'm not sure it's the quickest way around. Look at this from a TV perspective. Yeah, that looks dumb. But it's smart. Caleb has actually held off Jake Johansson here. Oh, maybe not. Oh no. No, this could be very close. Oh, okay. Caleb Sellner has actually won. The gap was under half a tenth there. Whew. That was close. Oh boy. As Steve Bunton is still romping around there. Should be done. Brian Jabelski will be third. As here comes everyone else. The lead of the Miatas is just a big shuffleboard. That's a bit too close. As Mr. Jacquin decides to make a Yui. Starting with some handbrake drift sessions as everyone else is coming in. Rogers finished. Clifford is finished. Ronnie. Ooh, what happened to Ronnie? I didn't see anything for that accident. Clifford went off track. That's not Clifford. Oh, that doesn't count as an off track. But TJ Cooper finished. Everyone's finished. Who are we missing? Russell Patterson. He's somewhere. I don't know where he is. Yep, there he is. He is our last guy. He's getting there. I don't know where he is. He's on an oval part. That's all I know. I think he's coming down to, nope, that's too flat. Is it? No, it's not. And he is across the line there as we are going to look at the results. Yep, there are your results for everybody. Everyone's a privateer except Jacqueline. He is not a privateer. Look at that. Ooh. But that's not right. That's the wrong one. Alright, that's qualifying results, my bad. Alright, race results. Caleb Selner actually comes away with a win. And a win for the VW class as well. Jake Johansson in second, Brian Spelsky rounding out the podium there. Benjamin Morton just missing out. Jacqueline Pasty actually gets the win for the Mazda Miatas by about a 2/10 gap over Odyssey Adams Jr. and Gareth Brocklesby rounds out the podium there. Jason Cage in 8th, Roger Gregory in 9th, Clifford Eben in 10th, rounding out your top 10. Rui Coimbra in 11th, Ronnie Cox 12th, TJ Cooper 13th, passing Johnny Bell 14th, Ricardo Guzman 15th, Russell Peterson 16th, and Steve Bunting a lap down 17th, Sean 18th, and rounding out everybody, that's the wrong thing. Michael Bolden and Caleb Hayes round out your top 20, and Ben Shout did start the race, so that doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Let's go back to that. Someone is drifting. I hear someone drifting. Yep. So Joaquin Pasty actually wins the Miatas. So he's celebrating. Victory donuts right there. Kind of close to the camera. And yeah, there you have it. This is what am I doing? Points. Yep. Must be points. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what that is. What is this? Yeah. So the rest of the week. This is a week preview again. We have finished part 1. Part 2. Sports car series will be at Interlagos tomorrow. Don't remember that time. Trackside Racing Network, and then on Wednesday, they will be at Weed Sport in the 360 Winged Sprints, I think. So that'll be an entertaining race. That'll be the first race of the series, like the very first race of the series. Sports car series. This is the second season. We're trying a new layout. Join us next week, and we will be going to Okayama. That's the full layout. So that's an interesting track. That's a lot of elevation change, less drafting, less oval. It's a bit easier on everything. Let's see. I think that is about it, unless anybody wants an interview. Let's see here. Is that Brian?
It is. Hello.
Hey Brian. That was definitely an interesting race to watch. There's a lot of excitement going on there.
It was definitely an interesting race. The strategy wise, second, like the first two stints, I was good. The third stint was a little bit of a.
Did
I
you?
think I could have flipped which stop I took four and which stop I took two tires on.
Yeah, did you only take 2 tires on that second stint? I was looking at pit times, and everyone that second pit stop seemed to have a shorter stop.
I just took two. I know Jake didn't take any on the first stop, I think, or because he was in and out real quick. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a mistake because I was eating. Caleb and I were working together, and we were eating into his time pretty bad before that second round of stops. And I think he took four on the last stop, and that's why he kind of was able to power out of the corners.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like strategy definitely played a part in this race because I was noticing Benjamin Martin actually he didn't take tires first stop, which you guys passed him during that second stint there, which definitely played in your hands. But yeah, you guys, what do you think? What do you think could have changed to help you with that race?
I just think yeah, I was taking two first stop and four second probably would have been good. We split the difference with Jake, so we were both kind of coming out around him. So the strategy worked. It was just that he had more grip coming out of the corners than we did, and I just kind of fell off at the end there, and Caleb was able to hang on to the draft long enough to for those tires to wear down for Jake that it kind of negated the grip advantage that he had.
Yeah, and that draft definitely seemed to play a part in some of the driving actually up there. You
Hmm.
guys were all pretty close. That was really exciting. I like
Yeah, it was pretty good.
that.
I was a little worried. I was thinking maybe I was thinking maybe I would try and undercut on the first stop because there was just all those MX-5s there. I'm like, okay, maybe we can just kind of undercut a little bit,
Yeah,
and then everybody went in at the same time, and they're like, oh, this isn't going good,
I'm just gonna overcut, just do the
right?
opposite.
Right, and then the Jetta stop was a little the Jetta stop before tires and fuel was a little quicker than the MX-5s, and I beat everybody except Joaquin out. So that was
Oh, I've been saying his name wrong the whole time.
but I was gonna say
Crap.
that. Oh, it's fine. But yeah, once he was the only MX-5 in front of me, I was like, okay, this is a lot more manageable now that I'm not at the back end of like a 12 car train, uh,
Yeah,
having to worry about braking too early.
I think halfway through the first stint, there was about 10 cars within like 4 seconds of each other, and it was just everyone had the draft, so everyone could just keep up.
Yeah, with I feel like the way that the updates go before the MX-5 got its update with the new engine,
Yeah,
the new horsepower, Jetta would just run away from them at this track. Then it flipped around when they got the update, and now with I think they've done another update on both cars, and they're a lot more evenly matched. And I was mentioning in practice and qualifying I was talking with some of the other guys, is that you kind of go back and forth a little bit. Like the MX-5, if you get in the draft in the Jetta, or conversely, if you're in the MX-5 and you draft the Jetta, they both kind of pull up on each other really quickly,
yeah.
and you just have to kind of be aware of that.
Yeah, it seemed like once, like the MX-5s are fast, but once a Jetta gets in front of them, it just seems really hard to get past them just because the Jetta can go into a corner so much faster than a Miata.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things you just know where you can make passes and know where you can't. Infield is just going to be we're just going to eat them up every time, and then getting out in the oval, like anytime there's a corner exit onto a long straight, they're
Yeah,
just going to get a little bit more power and get away from you.
yeah, that's definitely a big strategy race there. What are you looking forward to gain in Okayama next week?
Yeah, it's a fun track. I'm kind of hoping that maybe what happened last season doesn't happen this season. I kind of accidentally passed the pace car going in the pits and got a penalty, and
Shame on you.
that was not a fun time. Yeah, ultimately it was my mistake. I thought I was a little bit further behind the car than, or actually I didn't realize where the start line is for measuring that. It's further up than I thought it was. So
Yeah.
that was my fault, and I've learned from that. And
Well, at least
I,
you've learned, so
yep,
you should be good for the next race. And I'll
yep,
I'll definitely be doing this the next race. This is fun.
that's good to hear. Glad to have you broadcasting for us.
Yeah. And it was good talking to you. Hope to definitely see you next week. Thank you for your time. Thank you for putting on a great show there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alright, that was Brian Shabelski, finished P3? Yeah. Does anyone else want an interview? Just seeing if anybody else wants an interview. But, yeah, definitely, next week tune in, same time for, Okayama. Same cars, same fuel restrictions. It'll be fun. That'll probably be it for tonight if no one else wants to come in for an interview. Which I think that'll be it actually. So this is me signing off. Good night everybody, and I'll see y'all next week. Good night.